And welcome back to The Verdict. I'm Paula Todd. Rap artist Snoop Dogg may not perform in Lethbridge, Alberta again, and he may not be the only one. The City Council voted to force entertainers with bad reputations to post a bond before going on stage, just in case they break any laws. The motion was raised after a Snoop Dogg concert where he and others smoked pot right on stage and encouraged the audience to do the same. Snoop Dogg has a lot of support around the world. Thousands of people in more than 200 cities are marching for the legalization of marijuana this weekend. One of the most vocal advocates joins us tonight. Cramer is the owner of the Toronto Hemp Company and a smoke-friendly cafe. And Jeanette Hay is a chemical dependency counselor. They are both here in Toronto with me. Cramer, what do you think about Snoop Dogg and others having to post a bond so that they don't smoke dope on stage?
I think it's interesting. I think what he did and might continue to do is a form of protest, and the only way you're going to get rid of that form of very legitimate protest is if you repeal the horrible prohibition laws that are causing the harm that he's protesting against.
One of the things that Lethbridge and the City Council was concerned about is they just passed a no-smoking bylaw, and here were these performers on stage not only encouraging concert-goers to break the law and smoke a banned substance, but to smoke and hurt their lungs. What do you have to say to the council?
Well, I disagree about smoking and hurting your lungs, of course. You know, all things in moderation. There's no inherent harm in cannabis use. But I also feel
no harm?
Obviously. I mean, in moderate cannabis use, obviously. I mean,
that's
anything
an
within
understatement,
reason.
to say the very least.
What is
I
moderate?
call BS on that.
What is moderate? What would you consider moderate marijuana use?
Everybody's different. I mean, many medical users smoke up to many grams a day with no harm at all, and great benefit, obviously. Smoking weekly, even at the end of every hard day, I think is a moderate amount of use.
Jeanette, what do you think?
Well, nowadays the amount of THC, which is the main chemical ingredient that gets you high from marijuana, has increased dramatically over the last couple of years.
Nonsense. That's
it's been proven to be the case.
Absolutely not. Actually, the RCMP specifically has found that's not the case.
They have. A report just came out from London, for example.
Yes.
In King's College in Cambridge.
Yes.
Where,
I know the report.
Okay.
But it's nonsense.
You know,
why is it nonsense?
Why is it nonsense when they've done a study, a scientific study, that has proven that it increases psychosis in individuals?
And they've done many more studies that prove that it doesn't.
Yale University has done the same thing. A similar one,
ridiculous study that you can find,
and found that it increased
intravenous. And how many people take intravenous THC? And how many people take the amount that they give to lab rats? Yes, all these experiments that are tailored to try to find fault with a natural, God-given plant substance that people smoke and gain great benefit from.
Heroin comes from a pretty
well,
flower,
actually,
so
opium
I mean that's
is
okay
God-given.
too.
Opium is actually God-given. The heroin is actually the adulterated product that comes out of it, just like the THC that you're talking about, intravenously injected.
If you want to play roulette with your mind, then go right ahead. But, you know,
that
Russian
is so
roulette.
ridiculous.
But I mean, that's exactly what it is.
I want to hear from Jeanette.
Insane.
Dominic, give me a second to hear from Jeanette. Have you ever smoked marijuana?
Absolutely. I'm an ex-addict myself.
Addict.
So I know where I came from.
So you believe...
I'm an ex-addict.
An ex-addict?
Yes.
You were addicted to marijuana,
Absolutely.
were you?
I went through a drug rehab program.
For marijuana?
Not just for marijuana.
Of course not just for marijuana.
Marijuana was the starting drug. Marijuana is a bridging drug, and you know it.
And why is that? Is that because perhaps it's a prohibited drug, and in order to get marijuana, you have to go to dealers who sell other things?
That's not why I started taking it, and that's not why I took it.
I didn't say it was.
Okay, hold on.
I didn't say it was for a second.
Give me a second, because I want to hear Jeanette's point of view. Explain to me why it is you believe you were addicted to marijuana and what you had to do to stop that.
Well, at first you start taking it like I did. I just took it for fun. And then you decide, you know, that was pretty good. I'll try it a little bit more. Then you start to find excuses to increase your use. And then once you've gotten used to taking that, you see no reason why you shouldn't take another type of drug because, hey, this didn't kill you. So then you increase or you mix, and it goes from there.
So how do you know you were addicted to marijuana and not some of the harder substances that you tried after?
Because I didn't want to give it up.
How long did it take you?
Oh, I was on it for years. And I mixed it with, you know, I had hash and grass and did a whole mixture with opium as well. I mean, you end up mixing it up. You have to, after a while, you have to increase your dosage because your body accustoms to the use of it.
Oh, give me a break. Do you know anything about cannabis? Do you know anything about the lack of buildup of tolerance? Give me a break. You're making nonsense up. That is so ridiculous. The lack of buildup of tolerance with cannabis. There is no such thing as building up tolerance with cannabis.
Really?
There's no physical withdrawal. You're making things up.
And the 500
reefer madness is alive in this room,
please.
ladies and gentlemen.
That is like you're living in the 40s or 50s. Come on.
Who is?
You are. You just made a statement about reefer madness.
Yes, your reefer madness that you're spewing, as was spewed back in the 20s and 30s.
500,000 people
Britons have been forced into drug rehab because they've been busted and told that either they have to go into rehab or they have to go to jail. Of course they go into rehab.
Yeah.
Dominic?
Yes.
I thought that smoking marijuana was supposed to make you mellow.
I don't smoke all that much. And I certainly didn't smoke before coming here, although I could and would. And
you didn't?
Not right before coming here.
I was going to say, honey, your eyes are a little red.
Well, hey, I work hard, and I don't get as much sleep as I should.
Dominic.
We're here trying to help people every single day, and the saddest part of this whole debate that we're having today, the most sickening thing to me, is that people like Jeanette and her friend Randy White and all these people who otherwise are really kind-hearted, good people that actually are trying to do good and really believe that they have, and they do have a good heart, and they do have the best intentions, but they're just so confused and wrong about everything. They don't realize that the prohibition is what causes the harm, and the prohibition that they are seeking to increase and to implement.
How does it cause the harm?
Virtually all of the harm related to cannabis use is caused by its prohibition, from murders and deaths. And how not? People die every day as a result of prohibition. 500 people are executed in China because of drug use every year, coinciding with the United Nations Day of Drug Awareness and that kind of thing.
All the people who are addicted to marijuana in England who are going increasingly to clinics requesting help for their addiction.
And why are they requesting help? Why are they requesting help?
500,000?
Why are they requesting help? 500,000 now.
The statistics state that it's around 500,000 people are addicted in England to marijuana.
And why are they requesting help? The only people, the majority of people requesting help for marijuana. Yes, marijuana are people who have been forced into rehab because of court decisions, because of diversions from court.
I'm talking about people originating that they are addicted and they need help.
That's ridiculous.
Excuse me, let me jump in.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm down to my last few moments here, and I want to know, Dominic, quickly from you, should there be any restrictions, for example, on smoking marijuana and driving?
Again, all of the harms of marijuana relating to marijuana, and most other drugs, in fact, are caused by their prohibition. We don't have the ability to regulate based on such important things.
What's the answer to my question? What's the answer to me? Dominic,
the answer is you must legalize and regulate so that you can set age limits. People can't sell to 14-year-olds, for instance, so that we can actually do something about smoking and driving, etc.
Should people be allowed to smoke marijuana and drive?
Obviously, many people must be allowed to, yes, because they're medical users, and it doesn't affect their driving. Some people, it does.
Question.
Impairment, yes, people should be allowed to smoke marijuana and drive. People should not be able
so you should be allowed to drink and drive.
If you would stop interrupting me, people should not be able to be impaired and drive. And there should be tests for impairment, just like you can be impaired if you're an inexperienced marijuana smoker. You can be impaired from drinking too much. You can be impaired from talking on a cell phone or eating a sandwich, and you can be impaired from legal prescription drugs.
I am out of time.
In such a big way.
I'm out of time, but I've got to give you 1 second that I don't actually have, and my producer's going to give me a lot of trouble here. But I want to know from you, should marijuana be legal in any way for anyone?
No.
That's it. That's the kind of question and answer I needed to hear. This is Jeanette Hay and Dominic Cramer. Wow, what a debate. Thank you.